turtle friend. Do you want me to help you? You might get squished. I'm gonna help you, okay? Ready? There you go. Is that where you wanted to go? There you go, friend. There you go, friend. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Aw, you're so pretty. I'm gonna put you over here, actually. That's better, right? I love you. Bye, turtle. A friend of mine, a new friend of mine, just recently offered me her shed to use as a free studio. And I have a really good feeling about it mainly because of Samantha's energy. My friend Samantha is a healer and she makes flower essences and does flower readings. And she gave me a flower reading recently in exchange for pet sitting her 3 cats. And during the flower reading, I told her about how I am trying to get the ball rolling again with my art and trying to get back into my flow. But I don't really have a space where I can just make a mess and feel really free. And so she offered me this shed to use as a studio. So I finally came over, and there's a bunch of stuff in there that just needed to get thrown out because it was in there from the previous homeowner. And so I finally went over and cleaned it out, and I'm excited to get started. I'm gonna put a rug in there and put a big board in there to use as a wall to paint on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this will be kind of like a new beginning for me. That's what I'm hoping. Sometimes on my way home, I drive through Penland School of Crafts because it's a little bit out of the way. It's not the shortest route home, but um, yeah, I can drive through it. It's like a long shortcut, sort of. I can drive through it on my way home, and it just feels like such good energy. I have a lot of really positive memories here in this place, and whenever I come here, I just feel like the energy just feels so good. I love being around good energy. That's also why I like Samantha and her house. Um, it just is so important. Sometimes I just come here and just hang out. They have a coffee shop, and I come and get a cup of coffee and just sit there, or I'll just walk around. But this is the main reason, well, it's actually sort of the only reason why I ended up living out here in this area. I wanted to live somewhere more out in nature. I wanted to live really in the wilderness, but at least in the countryside. And Penland's a place that is near and dear to my heart, and I came to Penland to look on their community board, and that's how I ended up getting the studio that I was in last summer. It didn't work out. That studio did not work out well at all, actually, and I ended up moving out of the studio, but I did, because of that studio, I ended up moving into a house in this area, and I'm not sure how long I'll live here, actually, but I just really love coming to Penland, and I'm really grateful to be close to it. I almost feel like I don't know if it's superstitious or not, but it's a feeling of like I need to touch base with Penland to reset myself and my creativity. I've felt that way ever since I first came here almost a decade ago for a concentration in encaustic painting, where I lived. As a student, you live on campus, and the concentrations are 8 weeks long. So I lived there for 8 weeks and did a class in encaustic painting. I need a different camera. I'm gonna go for a walk across the street in my landlord's backyard. Do you want to come? Okay, let's go. Go this way. That's where we're going. That's where we're going. You can hear the gunshots that my neighbor is shooting off right there. I edited out some of them. There were quite a few on a row. I don't know exactly what they're doing. They might just be shooting at a target, but I do know that they've been shooting coyotes around here recently, and my other neighbor told me that someone in the neighborhood shot 7 coyotes, and I was really heartbroken to hear that. I love hearing the coyotes at night. I think their calls are so beautiful, and I understand the problem. People don't want their calves and their chickens to be eaten, and I can really understand that. And yet, at the same time, this is the exact same reason why there are no more mountain lions here in this area when there used to be a lot. And there are no more wolves in this area anymore, and there used to be a lot. And, I think we can see the bigger picture of why this is a problem, even if it might be a short-term solution to saving people's chickens and calves. I think that the reason why this seems like an unsolvable problem is because the answer is really, it takes a very open mind. And from my perspective, the only obvious answer is to give the land back, which not many people, besides indigenous people, are considering or talking about. But to me, the more that I learn the truth about this country, about the realities that we exist in, the more obvious that answer becomes to me. In fact, I think that it's inevitable. When we think about America and how actually short of a time span this country has existed, giving the land back to me seems like the most obvious thing to do. And letting the buffalo run free again, living free, living in a wild way, living in a free way. There are already many projects around the country that are working on this. That's all I'm going to say about it for now. There is a way that we can all live in harmony.